Neeraj Devan, good morning. How are you feeling? What are you doing, and what should our viewers do? Those who have small and mid cap stocks. I mean, there are fund managers who are saying nothing changed. There are fund managers saying everything has changed. There are some fund managers who are saying that it's too late to sell now. For somebody who has exposure to small and mid cap stocks, should they switch to large cap stocks? Should they sell and raise on cash, or should they double it up?
Yeah, good morning. Yeah, definitely the mood is not that great seeing the kind of market we've seen for the last few sessions. But then there's a lot of talk about small and mid cap stock, whether we should sell everything or should hold on to them. So definitely this is a very good question for these kind of days. So I think that if someone is holding mid and small cap stocks, there'll be two kind of stocks that you hold. One, fundamentally, you research the stocks, you're taking the advice and invested in them for a little longer term, and where you feel the managements are doing well, they're delivering. There's no problem as far as valuations are concerned or the stock performance based on the valuations is concerned. So I think there one should hold on. There may be a correction, and if some people are forced to sell because of leverage bets, because of some redemption pressure by fund, there can be a lot of reasons why some stock can be sold more than the others, and they can, for a shorter term, become extremely cheap. So that volatility will come definitely, which is happening right now. Also, we saw yesterday. So if you have those kind of stocks where you fundamentally you feel that you are in the right kind of stock, whether it's small cap, mid cap, and they are delivering year on year, and they are delivering on whatever they've been saying, with whatever target they've been keeping for their turnover profits, then I think you should stick on to those stocks. But there's other pocket that you bought just on a hearsay because of momentum. Someone may be saying, okay, that company will turn around, let's buy it. They can double or triple. Those kind of stocks where you really not sure whether what will happen in the shorter term or even medium to long term. There, I think one needs to shift those stocks to large caps or mega caps, where they can be a short term, at least your downside is protected, and then you can again switch to other mid caps. So I feel you should categorize your mid and small cap into two categories and see that which are the ones you bought just on a hearsay and you really don't know too much about what is happening there.
Yeah, indeed. But yeah, the pain across some of the individual stocks has been quite excruciating. We were just going through the list, and Apollo Hospitals, Eicher Motors, and these earnings have not been all that bad, largely in line. Yes, there have been some EPS revisions by a couple of brokerages, but you won't call them poor numbers, so to speak. And Neeraj, that's the standout factor. You've got some of those core portfolio names, cases in point being a BEL, L&T, and Eicher Motors, Trent. They are selling off right now. Do you think this decline is to be bought yet, or could there be more selling coming in?
Yeah, again, there also you have to see the valuation. If something is coming below their average last 5, 10 years, 10 years, you should see valuation. I think one should even, trend for that matter, like you pointed out. If it is following right now because of whatever selling pressure is there, FIS, domestic, I think at a price that is also to be bought. Whether it's BEL, you've seen good corrections in BEL earlier also, because when it goes up, it goes like frenzy because defense stocks are in demand. So everyone will look at buy the one names which are really popular, which are known to everyone. So BEL is one of them. So, but then they correct also faster. So you need to buy certain these names also on the correction. So one need not be very, very aggressive in buying, because we don't know what level the market can stop. No one can really predict the bottom. No one can time the bottom also. Now I can't time that. No, I'll buy only at that price, and that price will be the lowest price. That will not happen. So you can accumulate these stocks, and once you know that things are improving, then you can step up your purchases. But of course, you need to add to these kind of stocks also.
Neeraj, do you think right now, if one were to just look at a very tactical approach, maybe pharma could be a hiding place?
Yeah, actually, pharma, the numbers have been good. Someone like Lupin you mentioned, some other numbers also have been good. So pharma, if you're seeing some of the pharma stocks correcting and you get a decent opportunity there, I think that can be one space where one can, put their bets right now. At least it can be defensive. It may not fall like the way some other high beta names can fall. So pharma can be one space, and even FMCG can be another space. I think these are the kind of spaces where someone looking at, for tactically parking some money for some time and not really missing out on the opportunity altogether. I think they can look at these spaces.
All right, but Neeraj, also help us with your take on the IT space as well, because 6 months before we were actually talking about that how the kind of interest is there in the mid and small end of the IT names, barring the large cap names. But given the fact that now that the earnings are not looking that exciting, and we also have numbers coming in from Birlasoft as well, which are on the weaker side, give us your take on the IT space.
I think one should look at opportunities in the large cap IT space, the large names, 3, 4 names, where I think there, if you get some opportunities there, some correction there because of any sell-off or any news flow which can come because of US or anything. So these are the spaces on sell-off one can accumulate. I think that is where, the downside will again be a little protected, and, for a medium term, short to medium term, if you get some corrections there, and then you can get a decent return also. So I think only large cap IT for the time being, and then the mid and small cap there, I think one needs to be very, very stock specific. I think I'll go with names like TCS, Infosys, HCL Tech. I think this is where one should look at opportunity.
Neeraj, tell us a flavor of your large holdings in one quarter. What have you changed? Where are you saying that, look, I'll admit that it's time for me to either book my losses or take a little bit of, hit back in my profits?
Yeah, actually, though there had not been too many changes, but of course there were some of the momentum stocks, like Railways was one momentum stocks. Then there was this, fertilizer stock, which, one had accumulated pre-budget, because there can be something which can come. And these are momentum stock where I think, there we've already pruned the positions again. Those are just bought from momentum, and nothing much really happened in these pockets. So otherwise, the largely, if investment was in, some of the real estate or the capital good infrastructure, some FMC name, those I think which will stay as it is. I think we'll ride the correction which is happening right now, and because they are long-term good portfolio stocks, they should stay in the portfolio.
$1 billion comes in. Neeraj, $1 billion because of this MSCI inclusion should happen.
Okay.
Is that good?
Yeah, I think you need whatever positives are possible in the market to get some support, because right now we're all talking about the negative. No one is looking at any positive in the market. So if some money is going to come in, I think that will definitely be very good. And there are opportunities in the large cap space, because we're all talking about large cap space and we've been talking about correction. Now is the correction. So if money is coming in now, it definitely come into the large cap space first. So, if one is looking at investing, you definitely first look at the large cap space and only do some topping up in the mid cap space. So if something is coming in at these levels, I think that will definitely welcome, and that can give some support to this falling market.
Neeraj, with this, we'll let you go on that. Really appreciate you taking the time out and
Thank
speaking
you.
with us this morning.